What's up everybody? So this is the third phase of the ambient lighting installment on the Jag, and today I'm going to be doing the footwells and under the seats. I'll put links at the end of the video on how I did the doors and the center console. So let's get to this. So unfortunately I did have to remove the under panel here again. If you recall in my last video I actually said to you guys that I'd pre-wired everything in such a way that I'd never have to take this thing off again, that I could get my hands in through the side here. But the reason I had to take this panel off is because I couldn't get through here. And there's literally no way of getting through there without taking this underbody panel off. And what I did is I've actually stuck a wire, this wire, I stuck it in that hole. There's like a little hole over there, and I managed to get it through to the other side. And what we've got to do is you've got to take this panel off on the other side as well. This is really what the panel looks like. You've got these clips underneath. So there's one, there's the other one, and there's the other one. And the only thing you've got to do is just use your trim tool and pull them down. So here we are on the passenger side. I just want to show you guys. These are the clips, and you just got to get your trim tool in there, and I use the hook side. And once you get it in there, just slot it in and you pull up like that, and the clip will actually come out. So once you've got these clips undone, you just pull down. You might need to leverage it with this thing to pull down, and then you just slot it out. You can see there are two slidey things here at the end. There's one there and there's one there, and these actually slide into your footwell. I just want to show you guys on the passenger side, I can actually see the wire deep inside there. I just pulled the carpet down like that and I could see the wire in there. So then I just pulled it through with my finger, and I now have the wire on this side of the car. Now that wire has no connections on it right now. I'm going to put a connector on this side, and I'm going to put a connector on the driver's side. You guys are probably wondering what lights I'm actually using. And what I did is I found this light system which didn't have this connector on it. It actually had a 12 volt connector that you actually just stick in your lighter socket. And I didn't like that idea. I don't want my lights being dependent on somebody being able to, pull them out. So I just cut the lighter socket off, and I put my own wire and my own connector on here. So this now connects directly into the connector that I already have pre-installed on the dash right now. But these lights are actually linked in sync, and you'll see this one actually cut the other section off. Here's the other piece here. I only need 3 under the footwells on the driver and passenger side in the front, because you'll see when I actually fit it and where I fit it and how much light it actually produces, because an entire strip like this would produce way too much light down there in the footwell at night, and it'll be too distracting. I just want a nice bathe of light, a sort of hue. Because of how I've connected my main loom up to that wire up there, even when I dim the interior lights on the car using the dimmer switch over here, so all my lights currently dim when I turn this knob over here, and what I want is the footwell lighting to do the same thing. So when I dim the interior lights at night, if you're driving on a really, really dark, unlit road and you find that the interior lights are too bright in the car and you turn the dimmer down, it's going to dim the EL lighting and the footwell lighting as well as the interior lighting of the car. So it's all going to seem very OEM and like it was built in the car. So what I'll be doing is I'm actually going to, this wire runs in tandem. You can see the wire runs to an LED, and then it runs from that LED to the next LED in sequence, and so on and so forth. So what I'll be doing is, here's my first one. This is for my driver's side, right? Because I'm starting at the driver's side. And this one is going to end up going under the seat rail down here. So I've got enough wire to do that. Now, because I've run a wire and I can't get these lights through that section of the footwell, I'm going to have to cut these and connect this wire. Once I've cut these, these two will go on the passenger side, and I'll just connect this up to that wire on the other side of the passenger side over there. So we're just going to take a look in under the dash here where I've actually put my wires. Remember, I connected two of these little connectors up to that plastic connector in my previous video. So one is going to be for the driver's side and the other one's going to be for the passenger side, which will connect to this wire over here. I now have connected a plug which is going to connect into one of these plugs here, and this one is going to the passenger side through there. The other one's just going to sit right here on the driver's side, and that one's also going to connect to the other plug. The actual fitment of the light is going to go over here and just next to this duct. So it's going to go between these two ducts over here. And the reason I'm fitting it there is because there's actually a hole for the ducting underneath this undercover panel that goes on here. And for that reason, one can actually take this undercover panel off without even disturbing the LED lights. Right, so I just want to show you guys what I've done. The cable, there's my cable over there. I routed it over the little light that when you open your doors, this footwell light comes on over here. And I've actually run it over that fitting over there. If you look under there, you can see I've run it over it. So I'm not going to ever have any wires dangling here. Even though we are going to have a cover, I still don't want that wire in the way. And if we look in here, you can actually see there's my red connector over there. And now this connector, I've already hooked up the driver's side lights over here. And I just want to show you guys if I turn on. Now this is the 3 that's going to, plug in over here. And yeah, this wire is a bit long, and I'm thinking that maybe I should just take this connector off and shorten the wire, because I don't want so much wire hanging around under the dash. So I'm just going to show you guys if I turn on the ignition and I turn on the lights. There, the LEDs come on, and these are the ones that are going to go under the back seat. And I'm going to take that wire down here. I'm just going to pull all this away. I'm going to need to take this panel off over here, and then there's a split in the carpet just down here which I'm going to take the wire through and get it underneath the seat rail. So now I just want to show you guys, I actually cut these 4 lights in half. So I have the 2 lights for the one side and I've got the other 2 lights for the other side. And I just cut this one very, very short right there. And so now we have this wire on this side, where I'm going to also just cut it short over there and then put my connector on there, and that connector is going to connect to the passenger side. And then I'll also cut this one so that only 3 LEDs are possible on there. So in order to cut them, you actually have to snap it at the third one like that, and then using your scissors, because they're actually covered in some plastic, using your scissor, just cut it like that. Now looking at this, you can see how these were wired up. Red is positive and black is negative. And that is how I actually wired the car up when I started my whole project. Remember, in my first video I said to you, red will always be my positive and black will always be my negative, my ground. And if you carry that principle through your entire project, you won't have any problem having to add lights to your system, because then you know red is always live and black is always negative. Right, so just a little test. I've actually stuck the light up there. I've hooked this light up, and that is what it's going to look like at night. And that is the same amount of light that gets projected down when you open your door. So now I'm going to bring the wire through here, and you don't actually have to take this trim plate off, because you can just, pull it away from the body of the car a little bit and get the wire through there. And this is pretty much what I did with my backup camera. And you might need assistance from the trim tool. Just get the wire through the back there, and now we don't have an issue. there is actually a clip right there holding this trim plate, this trim panel in. But now I have to get this one undone, and I'm going to just see if I can use my hands. I've had this off the car before. Right, so with this trim panel removed, one can actually now, it's got these clips underneath here that clip in, and you just got to pull it up with your hands, and I pull the rubber away, so I now can run my cable through here, and then it's going to come out over here and then run down that join over there. So I've actually stuck some tape on the wire just to keep it down and that it's not going to be able to move around. Even in here I've done that, and from this section on it's pretty taut, it's not going to move or rattle or shake. And I've pulled the LED wire through here. So what I've done is I've routed the wire underneath it, pulled it away from the carpet over here, and I managed to get the LED wire through on this side, so it's coming out there. Now we can just stick the put all the rubber back, because the rubber actually needs to be in place before you put the scuff plate back. Here's my LED here, and you can see here's my wire. And what I've done is I've actually brought the wire right out that hole there where the seat cable actually goes in. So I don't know if you guys can actually see that, but there's the wire there, and it goes into that hole where the original cable goes in. And here's the carpet join I was telling you about. You can actually just stick it inside, just tuck it inside that carpet join, and then pull it out underneath the seat rail. Here's the seat rail here. Pull it out underneath the seat rail. I then looped the wire underneath here and through that way, so that there are no wires showing through here. And then I pulled, there's a join in the carpet down here, right there. So I then pulled it through underneath that join and in there where the original wire comes out. So the seat's moving into the normal position that I drive in. And I'm going to get in the back of the car now and just see what it looks like. Right, so I'm getting in the back, and yeah, well, what you're seeing now in the video is you're actually seeing quite a reflection coming from that side. But I must be honest, when you're sitting here in real life, you don't actually see that. You see quite a lot of light here on this side as well. You can see that my feet are actually lit up quite nicely, and the footwell in the front also lit up quite nicely, and I think that looks quite nice actually. Right, so I just want to show you guys where I actually stuck the LED lights, because I don't think I showed you when I did the driver's side. So what I've done is I've actually stuck them onto, or between these two ducts, and you can see there's the bulb for the normal footwell lighting when you open your door, and here's the LED. Now this entire section has a cutout on that cover when you stick it back here, so the LEDs are still going to be able to shine down. And then I just ran the wire behind this is the fan, by the way. I ran it just behind the fan, tucked it up through there, and then I brought it out through here and brought it down here with my dash cam wire. Now, like I said before, this trim scuff plate you can actually just remove with your hands. It has 4 clips that clip in, and you just get that stuck back on. So I just wanted to show you guys, I've got the undercover back in place. Here's the footwell lighting for when you open the door, and there's my footwell lighting for when I have the headlights on. Right, so I just wanted to show you guys now when I open the doors, that is Jaguar's light. And by the way, I replaced these bulbs with cool blue LEDs as well, and I'll do a video on how to do that as well. and if I turn the headlights on, there is my light. So it's not that much brighter. If we actually look at the footwell, just turn the flashlight off. Check, lights on, lights off. And if I turn off the footwell lighting, I turn on the headlights, that is what we got.
I hope you guys have enjoyed this series of videos on how I did the ambient lighting, and I'm very happy with the result, and I hope it helps you guys if you're planning on doing this to your own XF as well. Or I had one of you who was asking to do this on your XJ, and it's completely possible. And yes, the color of the light matches the ambient light color of the car. It's ice blue and it matches 100%. So when you're driving at night, you're not going to have a disparity in light or difference in light. It's going to look absolutely OEM. Now, this might not be the end of the ambient lighting saga, because, you know, like I told you guys, there is a bead of light down here, which I actually have been thinking about putting an LED in there, because it just needs one LED inside the little housing. But I need to take the housing apart, must take the door pad off and take the housing apart and see where the LED actually fits, so that I know what type of LED I need to put in there. And once I know what type of LED I can put in there, I can actually wire an LED up. And I think it will probably just need one little LED to light this part up. And I think I'd also like to just do the grab handles over here, because mine is not very bright at all. So I'm thinking of sticking an LED directly above the little clear piece that's in here, so that it's much brighter, because you can actually see the light if you look in there, but you can't actually see the light while you're driving at night. If you just, you know, look at the door handle, it doesn't look like there's any light there at all. Jaguar said that they'd fixed it for me. Well, I still don't see any light, so I think I'm definitely going to tackle that and tackle this at some point in the future. Just need to do a little research on how you actually take that little thing apart where their little LED fits in, and once I know how to do that, I can take everything apart and do that job as well. So you just need to have your wits about you taking your car apart. Just do it methodically, one step at a time, and you too can do this. So thank you for watching. Stay safe. Adios.